Hey guys, today we're gonna do something a little different. I think it's been a while since I did arena, so I decided I was just gonna do some, probably like a climb from Guardian 1 to Guardian 3. Just a forewarning, the content that you're watching is already pre-recorded. I record this about right before I'm starting to edit it right now. Kinda cause sometimes I have ADHD and then I'll be playing and then I lose track of what I'm talking about. So I just kind of wanted to go over some of the like arena strategies that I use during rush hour. So a lot of the comps that I use involve Sierra as a speed lead paired with my Bernard, or some sort of cleave comp using Galleon for like AoE damage, but usually like right now I'm using Sierra, Lucian, Bernard, Megan, and it's pretty much it for like you'll see I use about maybe 5 to 7 teams throughout this video, but those are my core teams and what I use during rush hour. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm a Guardian 2 to Guardian 3 player depending on how I do each week. In the last month I got Guardian 3 times and I got Guardian 2 times. So it's been back and forth. The 2 times that I've been getting Guardian 2, I've been doing like maybe 30 minutes of rush hour. The times that I've been doing Guardian 3, I've also been doing about 45 minutes to maybe 50 minutes. I don't do the whole hour. There's some strategy that goes into it, and maybe we can talk about it. The reason I did this video, I don't usually like to show off arena tricks or anything like that. Not because I'm trying to hide anything, it's just I tend to make a lot of play errors and I don't want to mess up with, you'll catch some errors that I do, like I make some critical mistakes and stuff. And then also, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. And it takes a long time to do arena, so this video is probably going to be about 40 minutes or so, but it gives you a good idea of what happens at the upper levels of arena. Again, the reason I made this video was so that because when I first made Guardian 3, like the first week, my good friend Childish from Childish Plays told me that it would be a good idea to make a video of like that higher level gameplay. I don't know too many people on global that do YouTube at like Guardian 2 plus. I know Feroceni does some, and then I know the other guys stream, but there's not a lot of YouTubers that YouTube higher level gameplay for global. So I kind of just wanted to give you guys maybe some insight and stuff. Also, Childish made a video maybe about a week ago talking about trying to get like YouTubers and the rest of the community kind of educated and stuff. And I realized that when I first made my YouTube channel, I didn't actually have like an introduction or anything. I just kind of started making YouTube videos because I wanted to document my progress. That was really just the goal of the entire channel itself. So you can think of this as kind of like a formal informal introduction, since I never really did do a formal introduction. So yeah, basically I started the game around the last week of March / first week of April. So it's been about, let's see, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So at the end of this month, it'll be 8 months that I've been playing. So I've been playing a little over 7 months now. And I started off in a guild called Hawaiian Potion. I'm from Hawaii. And basically, it was just a group of friends. And then I had one of our guild mates, who's also a friend in real life, DJ KJK. He ended up leaving to Absolute Void, aka Baron's Guild. So the guild that we were in ended up falling apart. We ended up just disbanding. And then I didn't have a home to go to, and at that time I was probably like a Conquer 2 player. And then there was about a month in between where I was kind of like guildless, and we didn't know what we were gonna do. So me and my buddy, we ended up creating our own guild. It was called Anbu, like from Naruto. And then we ended up trying to, because we didn't like how the way it was run, our original guild. So we made a guild for about, I want to say, a month before Europe actually, the Europe server came about. So Absolute Void was, they were going to lose a couple of their key members, and they needed more people. And in that month I had stepped up my game a little bit. I was around Conquer 3 to Guardian 1, and my buddy DJ KJK told me, yo, come over to Absolute Void. So I ended up coming over, and these guys took me in as a Conquer 3 Guardian 1, and I've been with them since about June. So April, May, June. Yeah, so only about like 2 months into me playing the game, they took me in, and they're a top, I want to say like a top 5 guild, at the very minimum top 10. When we try, we can easily, we're in contention for slot 1. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I ended up making my channel around June, or maybe a little before I got to Absolute Void. So around that time I started making videos like Giants videos, like Giants tutorials, Dragons B10. At that time I thought I was a speeder, and I was like 4 minutes. So yeah, and I realized that it's pretty bad now that I look at it. So if you do need help with any of the dungeons, I'm willing to redo any of my old tutorials, whether it's Giants B10, Dragons B10, if it's Necro B10. Yeah, I'm pretty much just going off the top of my head right now. So yeah, so Childish was talking about trying to get people motivated, talking about your accomplishments. So I guess it's kind of like a free excuse to brag a little bit. So accomplishments for me, I can do Giants, Dragons, Necro B10 on auto. Like I said, I finished Guardian 3. I can easily hold Guardian 2. Guardian 3 it's dependent week to week. Our guild has finished second place multiple times in Guild Wars. I've done TOA normal. I've been on ever since I've been able to complete TOA. I've been on the rankings. This month currently I'm ranked 13 on TOA normal. For TOA hard, I'm currently ranked 29 for TOA hard, and I've been able to do 2 successful TOA hard runs, once on the Lilith boss and once on whatever the guy boss is, the Ifrit dude, whatever his name is. So yeah, that's pretty much it about myself. And yeah, that another thing I forgot to mention. The reason I'm doing this video is because I want people to see my arena gameplay. Since I don't do much arena gameplay, I've done a lot of Guild Wars, I've done summoning videos, and it's just all over the place, and I kind of want to start doing videos regularly. And I have to either commit to Twitch or YouTube, and I think YouTube is the way to go. And I like YouTube as well. Like I said, I've been able to document my progress along the way, which is pretty sweet. And I'd rather have footage that I can look back on, because it's always fun to look back on things. And I'm on a site. There's a guy, his name is Jack Tricken from Brazil, and he has this really cool website. I'll put up the website in my link below. Let me just get the website real quick. It's it is, oh man, sorry, I'm messing up right now. It is called arenasummonerswar.com/English. So arenasummonerswar.com/English. And again, I'll put the link in the comment section below. Sorry. And basically what he's done is he's gotten all the YouTubers and streamers and whatever and put them up on one site, so people can just go to that site instead of having to go search through YouTube and stuff. You just go to that site, and whoever that he's linked onto there, any of the YouTubers, all their content, whoever is the newest videos they're gonna put up, it's gonna be on that page. And I'm lucky enough to be a part of this line group. Again, my channel is really small, but I'm part of this line group. It's called Summoners War YouTube and Streamers. And pretty much you go on to the website, or sorry, you're in the line group, and you're talking to like all the different YouTubers and streamers that you know of. I got the members in here. So we got Blackie Bear, Childish, Claytano, Nick the Greek, Duke BLT, Ferocnai. We have the guy from Come to Us Dude. The guy Jack Tricken, who's doing that website. We got Julie EU, streamer. We have Kranthier from Absolute Void. He's a streamer on Camcord. We have OMG Bomber, Reefy, Scat Fetus, the Loogie Man, the Motivational Gamer, Zero Bit, and Esther Lynn. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a community, like a sub-community where people just give feedback on stuff and give each other tips so that their content's the best possible. So pretty much, yeah, what that guy's done is he just collected all the YouTubers and media, multimedia, and put it onto one page. It's easy for you to view. So I didn't want people just clicking on me doing random summoning videos and stuff. And of course, I want to be on that page all the time, and whoever has the newest video is going to be on that page. So I want to have a recent video of me doing arena and just showcasing my units. So again, I'm not really, none of this planned out, so I don't know if I should be talking about what's going on in arena, or if you guys want to actually hear about more about myself. Okay, so let's just take a break and let's see what's going on in arena. I recently got Camilla, so anytime that I get a chance to use her, I've been just using her because I love her. I just pulled there last week from a shop scroll. It was so crazy. So I have like no crystals, and in the magic shop there's a mystical scroll, and I barely have enough mana to buy it. And I'm like, or actually I was like maybe 10,000 short, and then I ended up selling a rune so I could just buy the scroll. And then I summoned it, and then there was lightning. And when the lightning went off, I was like, oh, okay, well, it could be maybe a Nat 4. And then I saw the 5 stars. And then I seen the shape of Valkyrie. And then I was like, oh no. I thought it was Katarina, because if you look at the color of them when they're unawakened, she looks yellow too. And then my eyes glanced over a little bit, and then I seen the blue symbol for the water, and my jaw dropped. And I was in channel 5001, and I ended up I was like, holy crap. And then yeah, I was just in shock, and I couldn't even move. Like, I was in the channel and people were like congratulating me and stuff, and then I'm just like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I just got this off of a single scroll. It was crazy. So yeah, basically that's my story of the week. And okay, so here we're fighting Scat Fetus, right? Mike. No, sorry, Scat Fetus. So maybe we'll talk about this. We'll kind of chime in on this one. Why I took these units. His main threat is going to be his Zyros, right? So what you want to bring against Zyros is monsters that don't require skills that are on cooldown, that have cooldowns and stuff. So you don't want to bring monsters like Bella and stuff where he's gonna put them on cooldown. You want to bring monsters with passives and monsters that are gonna be sustainable. So monsters like Beast Monks, monsters like Darien with a passive, and his armor break doesn't require him to have skills on cooldown. And Camilla has a great passive, and she's just like Darien. She doesn't need the skill. If she kills someone, she's gonna get that second skill anyways. And she's just overall really good to deal with Zyros. Kumar, he has the heal and everything, but he doesn't need the heal. He or the AoE the AoE Trick of Fire. I actually prefer to use Kumar's first skill most of the time, just so you can get the speed buff. I do like the dots, and I don't really look at numbers when I'm doing arena, and I noticed that Kumar seems to have more damage on the first skill. I don't know if it's just me or not, or if not, the damage is really similar. So I'd rather get that speed buff. And then Ariel has really high resistance, so he's not gonna get killed by Zyros, and a team of all fire is not gonna kill him. And yeah, pretty much that's the reason I took that. So for a team like this with Tyron, whatever, blah blah blah, I'm basically, my Bernard's pretty fast. I mean, it's not the fastest on the server, but generally I'm within maybe 5 speed of the fastest that I know. Of course, I'm not as fast as Senza, like 281 Bernard, but my Bernard's 271. So I think Burke, his Bernard's like 273. And yeah, so generally if I have a speed lead like Sierra, who's faster than Tyron with 19% speed lead, I'll usually beat them. And if I can get turn 1, then that's all that matters. When you pair up 2 speed teams, all that matters is that you get turn 1 because generally speed teams aren't made to be tanky. They're going to be squishy. They're going to be one-shottable, most of their monsters. And just like Guild Wars, the quicker that you can make the match 4v3, 4v2, 4v1, that's generally who's going to win the match. Okay, so, and the thing is, in the current meta, everyone's running speed teams. It's either they're running speed teams or they're running really tanky teams. This goes back to a post that Scat Fetus posted on Reddit about a month and a half ago about the 3 types of defenses. There's speed, there's tanky, there's mid-range. So generally speedy teams, what you're going to take against speed teams are faster units, if you know you can beat them, or you're going to bring really sustainable tanky units. So for this one, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to just kill units and make it, like I said, a 4v2, 4v whatever, really quick. But the thing is, Molly's really good in this current meta because speed teams rely completely on the first turn. Like, you have to get you have to kill on turn 1 to turn 2 because you don't have healers, you don't have sustainable monsters. And Molly, with that passive that gives you or whatever it is, glancing hit, you might miss your AoE attack and you might not even do any damage to them. And once they get their turn and they get their ball rolling, they start healing up dudes. A speed team can't win a war of attrition against even a mid-range team, you know? Like, that's a mid-range team's goal. It's to win. It's to whittle you down, teams like Variance Comp and stuff. So that's kind of what you have to look into before you actually fight the dudes. But so you'll see, I'm just trying to like blitz this guy and throw as much damage on him as possible. In this team with Vanessa and Chloe, it's almost sure that they're gonna get the first turn. Like, a Chloe is generally about 250 speed, and you're gonna have a Vanessa lead with 33% lead. That means that Chloe's gonna be at 283 speed. So you just don't take a chance. It's an all fire team. I bring an all water team. I mean, they have Orion as well, but what are they really gonna do? It's a water team. So I bring in Annabelle instead of Bernard because it's useless if I Bernard and then the Chloe moves, or I don't even get to go Bernard. The Chloe just moves first, then it's pointless. So might as well bring Annabelle. She's a sub threat within the threat itself, which is Elsa. So even if they happen to kill Elsa, that I can still do something with Annabelle, and I have extra, like almost like a second chance because she has the cleanse and the heal. So I brought this team mainly because I know my speed is faster. I fought this guy before, and I found that his Perna isn't really going to do anything. All it's there to do is do one huge nuke, right? And then be a pain in the ass, basically. So if I take this team, I can basically just win on turns alone. I'm getting so many turns with the combination of Bernard, Orion, Verd. And then what that allows me to do is I can just keep bombing things. I can keep putting things on their units, and they don't really get a chance to hurt me. And even if they kill Sierra, I can still, win on turns. Whereas his combo dies off after his Bernard and Orion goes off. Even if they're faster, he doesn't have a way to refill attack bars like I do. So as you can see, like, he's gotten limited amount of turns, and if you can get turns off instead of just trying to like blitz a team, then you'll win that way as well. So, and then here I'm probably gonna take a gamble. It's kind of, you don't know if, oh sorry, I didn't take a gamble, but you don't know these days if Orions are gonna be swift or violent. If they're on swift and there's a Vanessa lead, you're probably not gonna outspeed it, even with like a Sierra lead and Bernard, because these days Orions are just as fast as Bernards. There's people with like plus 160 something Orions, and yeah, you basically don't want to fight those. So but I did take the gamble. I assumed that my Bernard is faster with a 24% speed lead. That puts it at about 295 speed. So again, I can just use this team and whittle them down. The bombs don't do as much damage with no attack buffer, but it does enough damage, and the stuns as well provide extra win condition / interrupt on their abilities. So that's one of the reasons why I use this team. As we move along the ladder. Okay, so with a against a Tiana team, like I was telling you earlier, this Orion could be swift, right? And if it's swift and it's, say it's like a 260 speed Orion, then that Orion's gonna be going first. Even if it's not 260, it would, let's say it's like 250, and then there's a 33% speed lead with Vanessa. He's gonna attack bar buff, which is gonna buff Tiana, who's probably around the 200s. She's gonna move, and then if anyone got armor broken from Orion, and then Vanessa is probably gonna be faster than, or I don't know if she's gonna be fast or not, but maybe the Zyros is on speed, crit damage, attack, and then he just blows everything up, right? So if I take my water team, then okay, I'm faster, but okay, I'm kind of contradicting what I'm saying by bringing Bernard. I should have, the safer team would have been to bring Annabelle, because it's not likely that I'm gonna outspeed that Orion. You want to minimize your chances of losing, but by not gambling. But for some reason I decided to take this team, because if you do the math, Bernard's at 271, no speed lead, minus 33, which is what, 238. So I'm gambling that the Orion's not faster than 238 without Vanessa lead, which is fast on violent but slow on swift, if you know what I mean. So but yeah, that would be kind of a gamble. I should have taken Annabelle instead of Bernard, because really Annabelle provides me a way to come back if Zyros crits on all the water for some reason, like the game always likes to do. Okay, so for Leo comps, what I should be taking here is Tessarion to deal with the passives, and his team is, his win condition basically is Leo, right? He doesn't have any armor break or anything, so what I want to do is bring a Leo tank like Camilla, and I love any excuse to bring Camilla, and I want armor break / heal, so I'm gonna bring Bella. And yeah, let's just see how it goes. So most Leos are gonna have crit damage, right? So it's banking on critting. And Camilla's passive, it halves damage of crit. And I'm not too concerned about Leo's passive, because I do have the team's not doing anything unless Verd is getting all the turns. So really I want to get rid of Verd first, because Leo's not gonna hurt me by himself. He needs the help of Verd. So if I can take care of Verd first, then it's not really a problem. And if you guys ever fight Leo comps, some of the Leo comps I see don't have Verd in them. So if you ever see a comp with Verd or with Leo and it doesn't have a Verd, if you bring a Verd, you can counter everything that he's trying to do if he doesn't have attack bar buffers. And also if he has a Verd on his team like this one, if you bring a Verd of your own and a way to kill their Verd, then his Leo is actually working against him, because he's limiting all the speeds of everybody, and you're the only one that has an attack bar buffer. So he's helping you, because your team is basically getting all this speed from all the attack bar buffs, and you don't actually get hurt by any of it. You're just getting all these extra turns. So yeah. And here is where my confidence bites me in the butt. I ended up getting outsped by the Bernard, but the Bernard's AI was faulty. So I should have, if this turn sequence went correctly, I should have gotten Tailwinded. Bernard would have buffed Orion. Orion would have done his prank thing and buff the bar. Sierra would have gone and bombed, but I think, okay, if his Orion did it correctly and it removed the will runes on my Orion, then she would have bombed Orion because of elemental advantage. But I wouldn't think that she would one-shot him, just because my Orion has like close to 30,000 HP. And Sierra's bomb doesn't do that much damage without buffs. And then his Zerath would have moved, which would have probably killed my Orion. And then it would be my turn. And then I can go ahead and I can still bomb his team, because I can take out his Sierra and then work on his team one by one. But yeah. Anyways, I'm just getting carried away here, talking about all kinds of stuff. I've never done a video that's this long, so I'm just like spitting out all kinds of info. I don't know if I'm even making sense. So yeah, this one again, he doesn't have a speed lead. My Bernard's gonna be faster than that Chloe, unless it's like an insane Chloe. In that case, bucket, I lose, and I'll just come back and hit him again. But he's not. And even if he goes crazy like this DMR and just went 4 times, it doesn't really matter, because like I said, I made it a 4v2 early on. And it's really hard to come back from a 4v2, even with DMRs. And even with a YOLO team, if I can, there's like few monsters that if they survived a 4v2 could actually turn it around. It's usually like the revivers, like Ladrio, or combination of Praha and that mermaid thing, Beta. Here I'm just, I know for a fact I don't outspeed insanely, and I love every moment that I can show off my wind golem, so this is how I deal with super fast guys. I'm not actually sure how fast his units are. I always get him and Senza mixed up because they're always running Tyron, Verd, Bernard, and Lucian on defense, so I always get them confused. I know for sure Senza has a 281 Bernard or 284, one of those, so I don't fuck with that. But I don't know how fast his Bernard is. I'm pretty sure it's faster than mine, so I just don't mess with it, especially with a Sierra lead. If it was just by itself, then sure, yeah, I'll bring Sierra. But yeah, so the team I brought had all will runes, and the 2 wind monsters have will runes, and I don't really care. Honestly, I don't care if either the wind golem or the Delphoid die. I have enough. I have enough sustain to last pretty much the entire fight. They don't have any heals, so I just sit back on heals and rage on the wind golem. He does a good job of protecting me. And I guess we'll end off on hitting Wingsies, who's using a bomb team. I don't see Bernard. I do notice that there's a speed lead and a Chloe, but again, I don't think if our speed leads are equal, I don't think it's going to be faster than my Bernard. So I take my Bernard, Sierra, and I use my speed / turn advantage team, and I go for the early, take out the threat early on. The reason I go for Malaka first is because he can put a whole team of bombs worth, while Sierra might take out 1 unit, which is Orion, and if Orion dies, it's not detrimental to me winning, right? So after I finish Malaka, I can go for the next threat, and now it's just a cleanser, a debuffer, and annoying healer, and I know that my turn advantage team has enough gas to finish it off, so there's nothing for me to worry about anymore. I can just, finish off the Chiwu and the Chloe. And yep, that's pretty much it. Those are all my different arena teams. I know I was blabbing on. I got kind of excited because I was making a YouTube video, and I always get kind of excited when I make YouTube videos. Not like when I stream. I'm kind of like boring when I stream, and I've never had a video this long, so I just kind of wanted to do that, which is cool. And yay for not losing. I went through, what was it, 3 lists? I think I went through 3 lists, 3 arena lists without losing, so yay, congrats to me. And rank 2, boo. So let's see, I'll show you what I'm running on defense real quick. There's my rank 17, my best, and I'm just running this. This is a troll defense. Sometimes I put it up on Sunday, people hit it, and I guess they underestimate the speed of my Bernard. Again, it's not the fastest. I like to switch up my defense throughout the week, just play around with things, and yep, that's pretty much it. Just check the shop, make sure there's nothing in there. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.